Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Cassandra and I'm going to take you through this hands or wrists free flow. So this is a short 10-minute morning yoga sequence with no weight bearing poses for your wrists or your hands. So there are no tabletop poses, no planks, no downward facing dog, that kind of thing. This is very much a flexibility oriented practice. So really good for stretching out through your hamstrings, getting into your shoulders, your spine. We'll try to do a little bit of everything. And we're going to start sitting exactly as I am now. So sitting cross-legged. And if you want, you can have your right shin staggered slightly in front of your left one. And just roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Really lengthen up through the crown of your head. And we'll begin with a side bend. So you can crawl the right fingertips out. Left arm will reach up and over. So as you lean to the side here, really think of grounding and anchoring down into that left hip. And I'm really not putting any weight on my right hand. I'm not going too deep into this one. It's really more of a lift than a side bend. Relax your head and your neck. And coming all the way back through to center, we'll carry this over into a twist. So left hand is going to go over to your right knee. You can bring the right fingertips behind you and just rotate your chest over to the right. So we're not slouching, not leaning forward or backwards, really just staying tall, drawing the lower belly in. And releasing all the way back through to center. Go ahead and straighten and extend your right leg off to the side. Keep your left leg and left foot exactly where it is. And you can kind of rotate your chest so that you're facing over towards that right knee. First thing in the morning, odds are the hamstrings are a little bit tight, but we're going to try to really stretch and push that knee down and maintain a flat back. You can reach out with your hands if you want, or just keep them beside you for support. And just find a nice stretch here, flexing through that right foot, extending out. And you really don't need to be going too far into this one. Take another breath here. And now transition to a passive forward fold. So this time you can kind of let the knee bend a little bit and you can just round and relax through your upper body. So there's no pushing, there's no pulling. You'll probably feel this all along your spine as well. One more deep belly breath. And lifting all the way up, and we'll redo that little sequence to the other side. So this time sitting with your left shin in front of the right one. We'll begin with our side bend. So you can bring just the left fingertips out to the side for stability and support. Right arm stretches tall. Maintain this length and height that you're creating and just tilt a little bit over. Keep pushing down into that right sit bone. Relax your head and your neck. No tension in your jaw. Come all the way back up and through to center into your twist. Right hand to your left knee. Left hand goes back behind you and open up. So hip bones are facing forward. We're trying to get our chest and shoulders to face over to the left. And releasing the twist, go ahead and straighten your left leg, opening it out, coming into a variation of head to knee pose. So we're gonna face over towards that left leg, really activate, so super dynamic to begin with. I'm really engaging all of the muscles in my left leg. I'm lengthening and stretching up through my spine, and then just kind of crawling and reaching out, not going very far. Maybe you're going a lot further at home, maybe not, but just find a comfortable edge within your range of motion so that there is sensation, but there's no pain. And making this a passive forward fold now, just relax and round and let gravity pull you into the stretch with no effort required on your end. And lifting all the way up and back through to center. We're going to come to stand at the top of the mat. So however you need to get there. If you're trying to do this hands-free, a good challenge is to see if you can just cross at the ankles and push your feet into the floor to lift yourself up. And standing tall in Tadasana, let's do a half sun salutation. So we're going to inhale, circle the arms wide, palms come to touch. Exhale, fold all the way down. You can absolutely bend your knees here. Halfway lift, flat back. So parallel to the mat. Exhale, fold once more back down. And reverse press all the way up to stand. Hands come together at the heart. We're going to step the left foot back into a high lunge. So right foot and legs stay where they are. Left leg stretches back. For this first high lunge, see if you can bend generously into that left knee and tuck the tailbone under slightly. Really get a deep stretch through your hip flexors. You might choose to stay here if you'd like to intensify this a little bit. We're going to open our arms into this little cactus shape and see if you can add a little back bend. Keeping the elbows up. Bring your chest back through to center. Straighten the back leg, straighten your arms up. Let's bring our palms back to the front of the heart and bring your back foot in a little bit just so that you can ground that back heel at a 45-degree angle. Hands can stay at the heart or move to your hips. We're going to come into pyramid pose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge. And maybe you're just going to work at being parallel to the ground, holding with a flat back, making this more active, or you can do a more passive fold by letting yourself come down and relaxing into this deep hamstring stretch. Pressing into both feet evenly. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bring your hands to your hips, push your feet into the floor to come all the way up and step to the top of the mat. Let's take another little half sun salutation from here. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, bring the body weight more so into the balls of the feet as opposed to the heels, and fold. Press to stand all the way up. Hands at the heart. Let's step the right foot back for our high lunge, Ashta Chandrasana. And we're going to bend generously into this right knee. So sinking the hips down further, tucking the tailbone under. And we can open up the arms into that little cactus shape if you'd like and add your back bend. So keeping the elbows at the same height as your shoulders, keeping the bend in that right knee. There's quite a bit to coordinate here. Lifting your chest back up to neutral, straighten the back leg, straighten the arms. Hands at your heart, step that right foot in a little bit just so you can plant your right heel down. Really bring both hip bones, squaring them towards the top of the mat. And we're going to hinge forward, either holding once you're halfway and parallel to the ground, or folding down, trying to bring your head towards your knee. Lifting up halfway. Hands to your hips, push your feet into the floor and lift all the way up, standing at the top of the mat. From here, you're gonna keep your right leg where it is and step your left foot back into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So my back foot is parallel to the shorter edge of the mat. Bend into your right knee and push it open. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, palms facing up. So really feel this engagement through your upper back and maintain this squeeze even as you straighten your arms and turn your palms to face down. Let's reverse, left hand down, right arm up. Coming all the way back through to center. Straighten that right leg, turn that right foot in, so both feet are parallel now. You can bring your hands on your hips. Inhale, lift up. And fold all the way down, wide-legged forward fold. And you can do any arm variation that you'd like here. Try to let go of tension through your neck so your head can just be heavy, decompressing along the spine, stretching through the back of our legs. Inhale, lift back up halfway. Hands to your hips, push your feet into the floor, come all the way up, and right away we're going to Warrior 2 to the other side. So you're going to turn your left toes to point at the back of the mat, bend into your left knee and squeeze it open, and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades behind you. So it's as if you're trying to get your elbows to touch, and then maintain this engagement and this activation even as you expand through your arms, turn the palms to face down. Really opening through that left hip and left thigh. Let's reverse, right hand down, left arm up. Big side body stretch. Back through to center. Straighten the left leg. And this time you're gonna have your heels in, toes out. So kind of pointing towards the top corners of your mat. And we're gonna come into temple pose. So the elbows and the knees bend. This is like a really wide, deep squat. Think of lengthening your tailbone down, drawing the lower belly in, still squeezing your shoulder blades behind you. And straightening the arms, really standing at the top of the mat. Let's take one last half sun salutation. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift. Exhale, press to stand. And release, hands at the heart. You can just widen your feet. Let's come into a squat, malasana pose, lowering down, using your elbows to push the knees open a little bit wider, lifting the crown of the head up. Really just here to transition and come to take a seat. Sitting in any way that is comfortable for your hips and your lower back. Lengthen through your spine. Relax your shoulders down. Finding your breath rhythm here. You might want to choose a word that captures how you want to feel today, a simple one-word intention. We can join our hands together at the front of the heart. Let's close chanting Om one time. Inhale to chant, breathe in deep. Om. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this hands-free flow. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Leave me a comment before you go. Please subscribe, and hopefully we'll practice again together very soon.